safety. All right. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Casey. You're watching the Wild West Farmer. Today is October the 8th. This morning I'm hauling a load of water in this water truck down to Colby. He's going to be defoliating cotton. I think he sprayed around 700 acres the past 2 days. So hopefully in about 10 to 12 days from now, full bore cotton stripping season. So super excited for that. We've been cutting milo past 3 days. It's been a little bit gloomy. Y'all can kind of see out the window there. Sun's just now trying to break through these clouds, so it's holding us off in the mornings. I hope we'll be jumping on that combine this afternoon about lunchtime. We've got 20 acres on the field that we're on, and then we're going to move to a 70 acre block. But the Wildcat Milo, it's doing really good. I think it's making right around 4,200 pounds on the worst field, so that's a super big blessing. But anyway, we're going to get up here. We're going to get Colby's sprayer loaded so he can get out and get spraying. And then we're going to come up here and work around the barn for a little bit and then jump on the combines. So we're going to be spraying a quart of Pret. That's what's in these jugs here. We're going to be spraying 2 ounces of cotton defoliant, free fall. And we're going to be spraying 1 ounce Diuron. We run a jug of compadre with each load. This is drift control, defoamer, whole meal deal. Really like this product. It's a good one. So you know we're getting scientific. We'll pull out the measuring jug. We need a gallon of this stuff. Aren't chemists supposed to wear gloves?
I'm not a good cameraman, but I at least got my gloves on.
So I guess Colby gets to load the rest of it now, huh? Have fun.
Oh, yeah.
First little project done for the day. Fourth gear in this one. No way not to grind it. It's a big process to get all the cotton in time, in sync with one another. Me, my dad, and my brother, we all harvest together. We'll be running 3 cotton strippers this year, 3 to 4 bull buggies, and 3 module builders. Just depends on kind of what the scenario is. And we've got 70 acres that'll be ready in the middle of next week. That's going to be kind of standalone by itself, and then we'll have to wait 4 to 5 days. So the first 70 acres, we're just going to be running 1 stripper, 1 builder, and 1 buggy. Once this wave that Colby's working on right now, spraying, is ready, we'll pull out all the infrastructure and we'll get after it hard. That's depending on if we can get our milo harvest out. So as long as these clouds will get out of here, hopefully we'll jump on the combine later today. But we try to get all the cotton in sync, in time with one another. That way we can kind of start on one side of the farm and then just work our way all the way through to the other side. Howard's been up here working on the cotton stripper stuff. We're trying to get ready for next week, middle of next week, for that first 70 acres. We got some welding to do on a bull buggy up here, so we're gonna go work on that while it's still kind of gloomy and it's super cool. So it'll be a good time to get some welding done. We'll try a 3-pointer. Oh, 3 points. Free throw. Oh, of course everyone misses the free throws. We've got quite the project here. We got our 2 cylinders out that actually run the flapper vane. This is what separates the 2 baskets of cotton. We had some holes. Looks like we already got it all fixed up. These holes on these arms are real wallered out. You can see there where Albert's got a new bushing. And I'm going to weld that bushing in there really nice. Those holes are all egged out. The clevises are wore out. Pretty common problem. You can see this one's got a little bit of egging going on in there. This one's not bad. That other one was about 5 times that bad. We're waiting on these clevises to come in. These new bushings here. These are actual bushings that you use on your 3-point hitch and stuff, so that's hardened metal. We'll weld it in. Make all this new. Or good as new, I guess you would say. So what we've done here is we just tacked that in there. Kind of got it all as straight as we think we can get it. And of course this will screw onto the cylinder. But in the meantime, we kind of thought, you know, it's probably not a good idea to weld on this hook to the tractor, so we're gonna unhook it quick. What's the saying? Better late than never. Little more. Okay, you got it there. You're good. So we've got a little bit of hole in there to fill up. So what I've got is some little bitty 60-11 rods that I can get up in there. Now most of these are old used rods. We saved them. They'll be oxidized, so they'll probably stick a couple times. Buzz it up from the inside and work our way out, and then we'll cap it up with a 70-18 by 1 1/8. Oh man, looks good, don't it? Yep. So there's our final product there on this one.
Looks like a new.
Yeah. Doesn't look too bad. Just had to clean it up a little. But that's a lot better than it was, wasn't it? So there's the first cylinder. We got bushing welded in there. This back one wasn't too bad, so we put a 1/2 bushing in it. Just kind of welded it back. These buggies, they take a flat beating. You know, this thing here, it is probably 10, 12 years old, and it has hauled a lot of cotton. So we kind of have to go around these things every year. They're a pretty simple piece of equipment, but when stuff like this starts giving problems, this will actually stop the pole production for the whole day. We've broke these clevises off these cylinders before because these holes get egged out and they get in a bind, pop, and when they do, you can't dump this buggy because this big flap that separates the 2 dumps of cotton has to hold the top dump. So you always dump off the bottom side. So when you raise it up in the air, this flap would be this way, holding a whole basket of cotton. As it goes up, it dumps the inside, then they let it down, and then they'll flop the door over and then dump the top basket off into the builder. This is the only buggy we have that has black wheels, and this is Albert's buggy. Albert's ran this thing for quite a while. Good old farm sale by Albert and Cheeto are getting creative here.
If it won't be those lines.
I won't now.
No?
This cylinder, when we push it up, is off just a little bit.
I'm gonna raise it up slow.
Yeah, raise it up real slow.
Then shoot it.
So the goal is here, we tied this chain to the base beam of there. We're gonna raise this basket up. That should pull on that to where our holes will line up. All these bull buggies are off about a 1/4 inch. That's the pressure they have on them. So every time you do this, you run into this problem. Oh no. No, it's twisted it. Well, that was a good idea. Back cylinders wanting to go. When we do that, we're putting a lot of pressure up there in that corner too, so we'll figure it out. Right here's the original pin it was getting pretty wore out because this is where the size it's supposed to be. That's what was inside where we welded the bushing. We're struggling getting all this back together, but these things are just that away. They're hard to work on underneath these bottoms. But we got it picked up right now. We got a lot of weight on that door. So what we're gonna do is hook our hydraulic cylinders back up. This one is all ready to go. It's all tight. I say that's not tight. We'll tighten that little piece up. Once we let this basket down, we'll have a lot more ability to pull on this door. But we got to get them up so whenever it goes down, it'll clear all this stuff. So we're just kind of mocking them up. The clevis that's on the back is still a bad clevis. We're waiting on that to come in. But our hope is we can get either the front one or the back one to line up. I think we can get this one because it's so wallered out. And then we'll have hydraulic pressure to move it forward and backwards to shove the pin in on the front one. And then we'll wait a day or so, and once we get the new clevis here, we'll come and put it on, and we'll be done with this one. Okay, after wrestling with it for an hour or so, we got it. Luckily today is Tuesday. That means it's Taco Tuesday. It's time to go eat some tacos.
Let's go.
Just right after lunch, just so y'all know, today is Wednesday. It's not Taco Tuesday. So I was just off a whole day. Yep, brains everywhere. I was gonna go jump in the combine, start cutting, but we've got a kind of a storm system blowing in here. We had a chance of rain for this morning and not really this afternoon, and now they pushed it out till later today. This is kind of moving our direction. I'm afraid if I go cut a combine hopper or a grain cart load, we'll get it rained on. We're kind of right there on the marginal moisture right now. We're at 14.4, 14.9. We got to cut that grain at 16 and under. A little bit of rain mess us up. Humidity's kind of high, so I think we're just going to pass on that. I'm going to go get a bull buggy, and we're going to bring another one up here. Just lift it up, raise it up, see what's going on. So I'm actually just going to go get it in my pickup. It's about 30 miles round trip with a tractor, so it goes real fast with the pickup, but not with the tractor. So I just got down here where we keep some of our cotton equipment. There's a buggy there. I don't know, this is some of my brother's stuff. Rotary hoe, cultivators, sand fighters. There's one of those big roller cone field cultivators. Shelburne header. Use that for cutting wheat. It's a stripper header. I don't think he used that one any this year. But right here we got 2 more of those green crust buster module builders we'll be using for cotton harvest. But I think that one's like a 2009 and that one's a 2013 model. And I think the one we have on the 4560 is a 2014 model. So we're going to, we got an old red bush hog here. We've used that thing for years and years and years, and I've actually got one out behind my house that is a sister to that one. So I guess we got 6 module builders. We got 3 of these red ones and 3 of the green ones. We got more module builders than we got tractors to hook onto them. That's starting to be a problem, is keeping tractors around that can run them PTOs on those things, because these tractors are getting old and it takes a lot of money just to have some tractors around. But we'll back up to this buggy right quick, get it hooked up. We're gonna take this buggy to my brother's barn, hook it onto a little tractor, raise it up, and we're gonna check out these clevises underneath the bottom. Not really sure what kind of shape these things are until you raise them up, but to raise them up you got to have a tractor. I thought there was 3 buggies down here. Cheeto, I guess the other buggy's up there at...
Yeah, they're up there at Adrian's.
Yeah, I thought someone might have stole a buggy, but we only had 2 down here. So we could have went and got the one that was right up close to the house.
Yeah.
Cheeto's got a bolt there. That bolt ties this tongue from wiggle wobbling. When you pull them with these pickups, you got to be pretty careful, because this tongue is just hooked back there in the middle and it's got a hydraulic cylinder. Well, if you ever had a bump with these tires, this buggy here is big and it will jerk this little pickup around. You really rethink your thoughts as soon as you hit a bump and it starts jerking that 1-ton dually around, thinking, uh-oh, we should have just brought a tractor for the time's sake. But just learned over the years, stick a bolt in that before you hook it onto your truck, because it gets pretty wiggly wobbly. So we got this rain cloud coming in. Well, that's a rough bump. So I just talked to my brother. He's 30 miles north of me. He's up there getting some chemical at a town called Plainview, Texas. And he said, dude, it is raining up there. Streets are loaded up with water. And I think this whole deal is working right to us. So I'm going to take this buggy, run it to my brother's barn, get it on some rocks, get it out of the middle of nowhere. And then I'm going to deadhead back up to my house. We've got another buggy up there. I thought it was down here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to haul it out of the weeds, get it over to the rocks, and that way if it rains an inch and a half, we can work on this stuff in our downtime. Cheeto's actually deadheading over to the combine. We got to pull the traps on the bottom of the hoppers so we don't fill it full of water. Still got a little bit of grain in it, and he's going to dump it off in the grain cart, get that wrapped up. Hopefully we can make this turn. See, I get a truck driver on it. Shoot. Call me a truck driver, why not? Cut through the cotton fields over here. Trying to hustle, taking the shortcut. We better get her done now. Dad called me, he's up north. He said, man, you still up here somewhere? I need a ride. It's starting to rain. I'm like, oh boy. We might not get that other buggy out of there. We should have got it first. One down, one to go. Well, I don't think I'm gonna get the other buggy. I'm going 40. I can't even see the straps on the road. Oh, praise Jesus. It's rain, it's good. Gonna cheer a farmer up. Bring on the rain. That'll always do it. Comes on coming car. My goodness gracious. There's Manoka. I don't think his windshield wipers are working on that other dually. Oh, man. All right, I think I got a clear shot. I got to go pick up my dad. He's over here running the shredder. Oh, man, this is good. This might be like a ½ inch so far. We can get an inch and a half. Oh, it'll be good. It's a different day. We got some rain, and so we've been messing with these buggies. This one's a different one. Clevises and stuff are messed up in this one as well. We've been waiting on parts, been waiting on those clevises. Kind of had to special order those. And generally, all these buggies, even though they're the same, they're all Sam Stevens 237Ls, every cylinder, all of them are different. They never did make them all the exact same, so it's hard to source the parts for them. But we found the parts, so we're just sticking them back together. We've got one other buggy that we have not got out of the mud yet. I'm hoping right after lunch it'll be dry enough we can run over there, grab that buggy, bring it to the barn, and it has for sure flat problems in it. 8/10 to an inch of rain kind of everywhere, so we're kind of out of the milo cutting game. Right here's one of those fields of milo that needs cut next, but I think we're gonna have to wait till Monday-ish to jump back on that combine. That's what I was hoping to finish this video with, combine content versus repairing cotton equipment. So different style of ratchet there. Get it easy. Oh. Got it. Let's go get number 3 right fast. I think we can shoot right over there and grab it. And we're gonna haul it over here. Albert's gonna stay here. He's gonna unhook that buggy we just fixed. And we're just gonna flip-flop, swap around. So I think we'll be good to go. See if this old Dodge pickup will pull it out of the mud. Oops. Come on. Oh, it's like not pulling it out of the mud. There we go. Okay, we got it broke loose. Gonna drop it on this tractor, hook it up, then give this one an inspection. So we're getting crafty here. We've been battling these clevises being tight on us. So what we did is we took a 4x4, threw it up there, tied it onto some baling wire, threw it in there, and then smashed that lip down on that 4x4. Oh man. But now these cylinders are loose. One of these cylinders has a blown seal in it. We just don't know which one it is. So we're just gonna pull them both apart and find out which one has a bad seal, get a new seal kit for it, get this thing fixed up right quick, and then we'll be ready to go strip some cotton. Hopefully here before too long. Cotton's still going slow, but at least the equipment will be ready. So the clevises and stuff, you can see that little hole's egged out just a little bit, but it's not very bad compared to what we've been dealing with, especially on that first buggy. But no one likes to run this buggy because this vane, when you get cotton on the top side of it, it just leaks down as you're trying to dump into the builders. So that's why we're just gonna pull these cylinders apart right quick and decipher this. That way, whoever draws up last, whoever gets the farm last that day, or whatever happens, whoever gets this buggy to run for a month, they're not battling it every day, because it really is annoying. This front cylinder just popped right off there. I think we did a good job sticking that 4x4 up there in the corner like we did. This one just came right apart. As you can tell, we've replaced these yokes on these cylinders before. But what we'll do is we'll just pull these bolts out of there, slip that ram out, and we'll see which one of these things has a blown seal in it. However, it's got the forklift. We're going to pull them apart on that pallet. That way we don't get the back of our pickup all oily. Looks pretty good inside.
Right down there is a little bit of
External seal.
there.
I think this big seal looks pretty good. All right, after some investigation, it looks like to me our tubes here are real scarred up, especially this one. I mean, you can feel it with your finger where it goes in, and you can see back here on the back where this stuff's been rubbing. It's got a crater spot there, as well as right in here. I'm gonna pull these clevises off. I'm gonna run one of these cylinders into town, and I'm gonna get a professional opinion on them. A little after lunch, we went and got our bolts that we're replacing. That's a big bolt, guys. It's 1.25 inches. Got our cylinders shoved back together right fast. We inspected these, took them to the hydraulic shop. They said, go ahead and run these cylinders. They've seen worse, but these cylinders apparently are pretty expensive. And we actually found the reason our flapper is getting loose is Cheeto and Albert were up here deciphering what's going on. And there is a little valve right up here in the front. And there's a spring broke. The little spring holds pressure on this big flapper and those cylinders that we have out. So hopefully we'll get a right spring this afternoon and have one more buggy ready to go. So it's the next day, October 11th. We're finally jumping back over here to this combine. We've got a good south wind, gonna have some dry humidity coming through here later. We've got a truck and a half left on this farm to cut. We've been parked here since that rainstorm y'all seen earlier in the video. It's been about 3 days. So I'm hoping we can jump in here, get this cut, and get moved to another field. We got rain chances coming in again tomorrow night, Monday, Tuesday. So we're gonna go cut us a sample, make sure the moisture is within the tolerances that the ethanol plant will take it. If it is, then we're gonna mow it down. We're definitely running into some fall weather. The mornings have been really humid. We've had a lot of dew. Like, it almost seems like the dew doesn't even burn off till 10:30 in the morning. So it's taken us a while to get this stuff done. I feel like the window for the second Milo harvest and the cotton just keeps getting smaller and smaller. But the rain is super welcomed. Without that rain, we couldn't be able to grow any wheat or any of that stuff. This milo on the first 3 trucks has been a little bit low bushel weight. We've had a hard time keeping it inside the combine. We've got our fan slowed down just on it quite a bit, but the grain is just light, and I don't know why. It might be a variety thing. Hopefully when we jump to a different field, something will change. But it's coming in the tank pretty good. I think I probably got enough there to take a sample out of. It's pretty good. I'll take it. So it seems to be coming in pretty good. I think it's actually cutting better today than it was cutting just the other day. I don't know. It just had a couple more days of dry. You wouldn't think you would dry with an inch of rain, but we're not getting near the pulp in our tank that we were the other day. Grain is going in between 12.8 to 14.3 is what the samples that I've taken off of it. It's cleaning up nice, and it looks better behind the combine. So I don't know. Maybe just a couple more days of maturity on this stuff might have been what it needed. We might have been pushing on it too hard to start with. Cheeto's out checking behind the combine just right now, just to double check it to make for sure what I was thinking corresponds to what he was thinking. Never hurts to look in different spots of the farm. It's taken 4 days and 5 hours to get this first field of milo out on the second milo harvest, so it's been a process, but that rain kind of threw a kink in our plans, and we've got rain chances coming tomorrow night and the next day, so we're working here on a Saturday trying to get it as much done as we can. I hope y'all have enjoyed the video. Y'all give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Remember that the Lord's in control. Wear more cotton, eat more beef. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
We finished that other field. We came to this field. We cut just a tad bit. Turns out it's too wet, and Casey broke the seat. Let's go see how it's going with him.
Broke the hose. Hose wore a hole in it. I was riding lowrider on that last field over there. I was like, okay, enough of this. Got into another field and it was testing about 20%, so we're gonna have to park here for a couple days. Yeah, whoa. Uh-oh. John Deere certified mechanic seat fixer. I think it works.